AFY Radio presents our improvised story called A Visit to the Dentist. One day, young Johnny was complaining of a sore tooth.
Ow, that hurts! I don't want to go though! Ow!
Johnny's father, Earl, told his son some wise advice.
You should go because then it will keep hurting.
So Johnny decided, you know what, I'm going to go to the dentist. So Earl and Johnny get into the car and close the car door.
Bump!
They put the key in and start up the car. They decide to drive very, very quickly and stop suddenly because a flock of birds got in the way. Darn those geese always getting in our way. We're going to the dentist. They decide to go through the drive-thru of a Dunkin' Donuts to get some coffee before the dentist.
Hello, this is Dunkin' Donuts. May I take your order?
They ordered their favorite food and drinks.
Can I have an iced coffee with 3 sweet and low and some caramel on the side?
And it cost them a lot of money. So they took out their change jar
Ching ching!
and paid the fine folks at Dunkin' Donuts.
Here you go.
They then ate their food while they were going to the dentist. And they took a big sip of that coffee. Finally, they arrived at the dentist. And they had to stop on the brakes again because this time they almost hit an old lady.
Get out of the road, lady.
And the lady responded, as the two of them walked into the dentist, the receptionist welcomed them.
Hello, how was your day?
And they responded with,
Good, how about you?
everyone was having a good day overall. They got their information, they sat down and was waiting for the dentist. As they were waiting for the dentist, they heard a crying baby next to them. And the mother trying to soothe that crying baby.
Now, little Jimmy, be quiet.
Finally, it was their turn to see the dentist, so the dentist told them to come in.
Get inside.
The dentist was a little gruff with them, and once they brought them inside, they sat down in the chair and a big poof.
Puff.
The chair was very, very soft, which is why there was a poof. The dental assistant came over and told them what was going to happen today.
Okay, so we're going to treat your tooth because apparently there's something wrong with it.
They were very excited. So, like all dental assistants, they say, open up and say, ah.
Open up and say, ah!
And so he did.
Ah!
The dental assistant was surprised to find something remarkable inside of his mouth. Well, by George, you not only have a cavity in there, but you have an entire mouthful of gnomes. The gnomes were laughing at them and chipping away at his teeth. Oh, you have to help me. What can we do about that? So the dentist came over and took out the tools. He got a saw, They got a drill. They got a jackhammer. And they got a puppy dog. Meow. That has identity issues. The dentist decided that this was going to be a really tough case for him. So he called in his friends, Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie, I need you here. Stat.
So Huey, Dewey, and Louie came to his rescue and introduced themselves accordingly.
Hi, I'm Dewey.
Hi, I'm Stewie.
And I'm Louie.
The four of them were going to save this young man's mouth by taking all of the tools, working at the same time, and getting rid of the goblins. So they each grabbed their tool.
Boom. Shh.
They worked on his mouth as he was saying, "Ah," still.
Ah.
And finally, the gnomes screamed and ran away.
Ah.
And ran away very loudly.
Nah.
Mike was very excited that he was saved by the dentists. So he gave them a high five.
Yeah.
The dentist responded with their old saying,
All's well that ends well.
and as they drove home again, they had to screech on the brakes one more time. Because that little old lady got in the way one more time and said, and the old lady walked her teeth gnomes back home. The end.